Hey guys, in our video today we're going to show you a rundown of our goal tracking section. Now, our simple goal tracking feature can track contacts, KPIs, or key performance indicators of certain behaviors such as making a purchase, visiting a specific web page, or maybe engaging with a certain email and lots more. It's very detailed and it tracks on the individual contact level of both monitored and anonymous contacts, so you can get individual goal tracking pieces for individual contacts. So it's quite powerful to be able to really again segment down your audience and their behaviors and what they're doing, so you can set goals to that to be able to identify those contacts. Now, to find the goal section, on the right hand side tab you click on contacts, then on the top toolbar you click on goals. Now we're going to create a goal here just to show you an example and run through the process and all the different options. So firstly we'll select our domain. Now for the purpose of this video we're going to go with a completed purchase goal. So we can attach a value of a completed purchase over, let's say, €10, or if you wanted to have variable figures, there is code here. Again, it's a little bit more complex than your standard fixed goals. So if you're looking to do anything with variable, you can speak to us and we'll get one of our technical team to help you with that. But on the whole, we would recommend the fixed piece because it's pretty set and it's clear on what you're looking to attain. So it just makes sense really for your goal setting pieces. So you can see here the different options for your goal setting. So you have destination URL. So if somebody was to reach a certain web page on your website, then that goal will be activated and completed. Beside that then is duration. So you can pick the duration of time on your website, again for goals related to that. Web pages visited. So for instance, you could have a goal set that is reached when somebody hits 5 pages or seen 5 pages on your website. We also have PPC referral link. So if you had paid campaigns that you were running, you could have different goal tracking for different referral sources that are coming in from that pay-per-click campaign. Also event triggers. So these are event triggers on your website. So they could be goal triggers of click links on your website, watch videos on your website. Now the watch videos on your website would be for YouTube and Vimeo videos on your website, and then submitted forms, which would be submitted forms that are not native to your automation platform. They're in your website. So that's just another option. Now the last piece here is the funnel tracking, which is what we're going to do. So you have the option here to allow users to exit or return the funnel where they left off. So you have the yes no option. Now for this we're going to take a 3-step funnel for this example. So the first step would be cart. So what you have to do then is you have to pick the URL that the visitor has to reach. So for this instance, we're just going to do /cart, because usually a cart will have that in this URL. Now, be mindful of this piece here is the contains. You can go with matches exactly or starts and ends with, but if that's the case with those other 3, you'd have to have the exact details. Whereas if it contains, once it's in the URL somewhere, it will pick it up. So again, just check out your URLs that you want for these steps, just to have something that is exactly what it contains. So what we do then is we go to step 2, which we'll call this checkout. And again, we're just going to do the contains /checkout. So you can see how it's going from one sequence, from one step to the next, and in the final one we're just going to say thank you page. So it contains /thank you. So again, what we're doing here is having the contains piece, which is, it just gives you a bit more of a buffer for pieces on the actual web pages. Now you can also pick optional. So if you were to choose optional here on step 2, that means somebody can go from step 1 directly to step 3 without having to complete step 2. So if we turn that back off, what will happen is when somebody comes into step 1, completes that, and then hits step 2 and completes that, and then hits step 3 and completes that, then the goal will be will be attained, and then that contact will have achieved that goal. So you'll be able to pull that report in. So all you do then is just save your goal, and you see then it's inside in your goals. So now there's lots of different analytics that you can see with your different goals. So if you click on the analytics button here on the right hand side, again, it's just because we set up the goal, there's no data inside here. But if it was a goal that's running for a while, you can see there's lots of information here, and you can actually sort by the different dates. So you can see all the different goal values, lots of visitor types. There's really an awful lot of analytics that you can drill into, so you can see the traffic sources and all those kind of things. So it really gives you a good flavor and overall information on your goal that you set. Now once you have a goal set, you can then see the goals inside the individual contacts. So if we go to all contacts and we pick a contact here inside in the platform, you have a filter here on the right hand side where you can actually click on goals reached, and once you apply that, you can see then all the goals reached by that individual user. So again, once you're inside in the contact card, if you're on the line or you're trying to target that customer, you can quickly go in and see what behavior and goals that they have triggered. So it just gives you another further buffer of information that you'll have on your contact. Now these goals dovetail nicely into lead scoring, because what you can do is in your lead scoring is you can set a rule for your different goals. So inside in scoring rules, if you add a new score, and then if you scroll down to goals triggered, then you can pick the goal we just added recently, or just a few moments ago, sorry, and you can actually assign a score to that. So you could give it a score of 10 points for a purchase, and then once you hit add, it'll actually add a score then to your contact. So again, you're building up your scoring rules with that contact, and you're really catching everything in the net of their behavior and where they're hitting. So again, when it's hitting certain pages, maybe landing pages or link clicked inside in your website, you can set up the goal, then have your scoring rule linked to the goal. So again, you're getting really, really strong information of the little detailed behaviors that your contacts are taking on your website. So goals can give you a really powerful insight, and they're a really good feature to use, and there's lots of different options and customization in that, so you can get very detailed and very creative with those. So that's the video for today. If you've any other questions or need help with anything else, please submit a help desk ticket and we'd be delighted to help out. Thanks very much for viewing today, and we'll see you in the next training video.